Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlickers, shells, dust slicers, peasants, vassals. I'm a useful idiot, and today I'd like to talk about unemployment, because these fake unemployment numbers keep popping up. Of course, during the election cycle, Obama managed to get the unemployment level down to, 7.8, 7.6% for the election cycle, and was all happy about that. But, of course, that neglects the fact that millions of people have been dropping off the rolls or are now part of the lost generations of unemployment in the United States. Now we have Ben Bernanke talking about a goal of 6.5% unemployment as a goal for the continued money printing and quantitative easing he's doing. So I wanted to bring up these unemployment numbers and take a little look at them. Now, we know they've been manipulated all the way back through the 20th century by almost every president, and most notably halfway through the century as they started using different formulas to decide what the real unemployment rate now is. And unfortunately, we're at the point now where we don't count people who've just completely dropped off the rolls, who are not looking for jobs, who are not collecting unemployment, and that number is a staggering number now. We have 88 million people not in the labor force, and the number of people participating in the labor force, of course, is at an all-time low, 64%, and that would bear out these numbers we're using. And let's get down to some basic facts. Okay, let's look at the definition of what functionally unemployed is. So functionally unemployed, the definition is A, the total number of underemployed people who are marginally and or part-time employed who want full-time employment, B, the unemployed who are looking for work, and C, the unemployed who are not looking for work. So that is the definition for functional unemployment. Right now, we supposedly have 111 million people who are functionally unemployed. And we can corroborate that with the fact that the total of all working-age Americans who are unemployed is 100 million. And we can also corroborate that by looking at the fact that we have another 2 million people about to roll off the unemployment benefits, so that will drop the number again. And most importantly, we have the numbers from the government itself to corroborate this, because the U.S. Department of Labor, their Bureau of Labor Statistics, bears out the fact that there are 111 million functionally unemployed in the United States. So if we look at the entire population of 312 million of the United States, and that's corroborated by the fact that there's 88 million not in the labor force, we have an unemployment rate of 36%. And that's based on one study I looked at. But I took it a step further, and I looked at the number total U.S. population of 312 million, and I subtract the 76 million children of age 0 through 17, and that makes a working base of 236 million working citizens in the United States. So if we have 111 million functionally unemployed, that means we only have 125 million working citizens, which makes a functional unemployment rate of 48%. And just to put it in a congressman's terms, and I want to talk to our congressman because they can't seem to be able to do math too well, here's how it works out. See, look at that. 312 million total U.S. population. Let's be generous. Minus 76 million children aged 0 to 17. So we have 236 million working citizens, minus 111 million deadbeats, slackers, and scum. And I remind you, I'm putting it in those terms so congressmen will know what I'm talking about. So that would make a functional unemployment rate of 48%. But, all these numbers, I guess the bottom line is my numbers and their numbers have an equal chance of being correct, because they want to use their formulas for formulating unemployment, and I want to use my formulas for calculating unemployment. And we can fudge those numbers some more. I mean, we can factor in the facts that there's 20 million college students who are not in the labor force, so we can adjust the numbers there, or the fact that there's 40 million people in the United States over the age of 65. I'm sure that affects the numbers. We have illegals, and of course some of them are counted as unemployed, some are not, some are in the shadow economy. We have 20 million people in this country who are considered to be in deep poverty, and they are considered employed, but we're talking about 20 million people in deep poverty to make $3,000 a year for a family of four. So even if we fudge these numbers and use all kinds of formulas, whether they use my formulas or the government formulas, the unemployment rate is certainly nowhere near 7.6, 7.8%. It's at least double or triple that. Shadow Stats, I think, puts it in the 20% zone. I use my formulas using pretty simple math, and I can come up with anything from 36 to 48%. But the bottom line is, and my point is that, of course, on our current trajectory, the unemployment rate is only going to continue to go up, and the official unemployment rate will go down because more and more people will just disappear into the shadow economy. They will become non-persons. They will drop off the rolls, and that is the future. But the other part of this I want to bring up is the fact that our government, how can they possibly fucking address the real problems if they can't even use the real fucking numbers to base all their speculations, all their legislation, all their numbers on? And these fake numbers are not only an annoyance and a frustration and a tragedy, it will lead to our destruction. I'm a useful idiot. Don't you be one too.